Bal sutopondruf el pandru cuperna. Divine guidance, ifo son, Balakuis sefer van, Darawan.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Divine Guidance with Patricia. Every time I hear that intro music and I have the knowing of how Dr. Pat and I created it from everything around my life, from beautiful kin to beautiful friends and family, our little guy playing the bells, my husband playing the sticks, the water from our property brook, everything naturally all came together to create what you just heard. It's amazing what we can do when we know we can do it. And obviously, when I started putting all those little clips together, I had no idea the end result, but I am empowered and just in awe every time I hear it before my show. So I hope you enjoy it. So I am Patricia and I'm here. I showed up. And before we get started today, I had this whole thing going on in my head and my heart since I plugged this show into the database. And what it is misguidance, misguided assistance is what the title should be. Although I kind of put some little codes in there. Everyone says, what's that mean? Well, join in the show and find out. So before I do get started on all of that, first of all, I just want to ask, people of the world, how are you? How are you? How's your heart? How's your spirit? How's your thought forms? How's your physical being? How's your connection with each other? How are you? How many times throughout the day do we ask ourselves and each other, what's happening for you? What's going on? Even saying it brings a little lump in my throat. It brings that human understanding, that human connection, to me anyways, just saying it out to you. All of you, I don't know who you are. I really don't. But yet I do. I know you're all part of me. And I know that I'm all part of you. And I'm hoping that you're okay. And I'm knowing that you're strong and you're beautiful and you're divine and you're worthy and you're here. That's what counts. We're here. What an amazing time to be here. What an amazing time. Looking deeper. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos. Yeah, there's a lot of different things. Yeah, there's a lot of changes. Some of them don't feel really good right now. But if you take a couple minutes and say, how am I? Really? How am I? All those things that I read that could happen, might happen, maybe they're happening. All those things that I'm told, well, this is going to happen, that's going to take place, we better get ready. And be really chaotic. So about 7 months ago, after almost like everyone else, balancing act that I had going on to try and stay positive, to try and stay informed, to try and stay balanced. And finally, it was like Creator himself roared out from the heavens and the earth and said, Patricia, make a choice and stick with it. So that's what I've done. And that's what's helped me move forward. I made the choice to align my being with now. Yeah, I did that. I know people have known me for years because I never ever gotten to the now thing. You got to plan ahead, you know, you got to do this. You got to remember what you came through and what you've achieved. Yeah, you can do all of that and still be in the now. So fairy tales and promises don't cut it for me anymore. Sorry. And everyone else's information is not my problem. How's that? Everyone else's information is not my problem. No, it's discernment. I feel it. I ask about it. I pray about it. I dismiss it if I need to, with an open mind to come back to it if I need to. If I don't need it right at this moment, then I don't need it. And you know what? The one thing that I'm truly, truly aware of and have been aware of all my life, no matter what, is that truth always comes out. So don't jump on the bandwagon if it doesn't feel truth, if it doesn't feel right. Not even if somebody in your family is urging you, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. That's a hard one, isn't it? Them old heartstrings, they get pulled tight lately. It still comes down to you. What's good for you? What do I need to be the best that I can be for my family in the future, in the now? What is the recipe? What is the understanding? And my show today is about people who go and actually ask for that guidance from other beings, from other people. What are they really going for? Why are they feeling that compulsion or that desire or that need to go and ask another being what's going on for them, physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually? You know, for years, everyone has said, go within, go within, go within, go within, go within, go within, go within. What if someone doesn't understand what going within means? Where do they get that knowledge from? If they're really, I don't know how to do this. Everyone says go within. I don't go within where, how? Like, you know, do I take an elevator to my soul? So there are beings that are not quite sure what we're all saying, go within. So they go outside to get that information. You know, I have been sharing for a great many years. A lot of times it's been in the closet sharing because I didn't want to step out. And I've been stepping out way more than I ever have in the last 3 years. And I have to tell you, for about 2 years, it hasn't felt that comfortable. But yet the push from my soul and my spirit has been the same. It's remained the same. I need to step out. I need to communicate and allow that what needs to come through me and not bottle it up anymore. So here I am. And I've just signed another contract with TTR. I will be staying with TTR as long as the dinosaurs, as long as everything that comes back from creation allows me and wishes me to be here. I'm here. And I love TTR. I love everything about it. Don't get me started on that because that's a whole new show. So where was I going? So I have had to go outside of my being and ask questions, not just to the universe, but I just feel this need to gather. I feel this need to unite with other gifted beings, to pull everything in to a beautiful collaboration of light, understanding. Yeah, there's something wrong with it. Sorry. That's maybe me. So with that, all of us have to go outside of ourselves sometimes, and we're pushed by spirit. Got it. We're pushed by spirit. Where to go? What direction to go? What is divine guidance? Divine guidance is doing what I am guided to do. Many times, as I've said on the show before, Patricia doesn't like it sometimes, but I know that it needs to be done. So you're going out there and you're looking for guidance on how to rebalance, how to take the information on, how to connect with all that is of the universe that is communicating and assisting all that is you, inside and out. So yeah, it's really important we take things back to ourselves. It's really important that we use our discernment on any messages coming forward, albeit from the universe, even from spirit, from others. Take a look at the message that you receive from the hummingbird that just touched the top of your head, and you just, it touched me. Like the amazement of the miracles that are so slight, but yet so amazingly messages. Take a deeper look at it. What's hummingbird medicine? What does it represent? Why did that hummingbird almost touch your head? Doesn't mean to overanalyze everything, but it means pay attention. Pay attention, but then take it in. You take it in here, right here. I'm going to get into how we've been told many times to close our minds off, just shut it down in order to be spiritual. I'd like to get into that after we take a quick break, and we'll get into that aspect. I'm leading up to the how you can empower your own being before you go and ask someone else information and guidance, even me. Do these things before you even come and sit with me. So, Jacob, I think we're going to a break, and we'll be right back with Divine Guidance with Patricia. Welcome back to Divine Guidance with Patricia. And before the break, I was getting into being told to close off your mind so that you can bring spirit in or meditate, or quite honestly, that's never ever worked for me. I am not a very good meditator, so check that one off of my holy gifts, because it's not one. Being consciously aware is hard enough to fit into my lifestyle, fit my lifestyle or fit that. around, I usually fit my lifestyle around spirit. I always have. Okay, so what am I saying? What am I saying? Patricia, I love meditating. Gives me a great feeling. I'm not saying don't meditate. What I'm saying is, how would it be if we invited our spiritual mind to connect with our physical brain and work together? No battles, no division, no separation, no higher, no lower, working in unity. So, I don't know, give that a shot. May not be as crazy as it sounds. Might help you. Okay, so everyone is really going to the heart right now. Okay, humanitarians, go to your heart, and I totally 1000% agree. It's been my knowing that the heart is the center of where the spirit and the soul communicate and align. That there is a divine, strong connection between our heart in the physical and the memory from our soul. So a lot of our soul memory doesn't come in through the brain. It comes in through the heart, and you feel it out. A feeling is feeling out. What are you feeling out through your heart? You're not feeling out thought forms. You're feeling out the energy, the frequency. Does it fit with me? Does that work? Does it make me so or is it, wow, okay. So feeling it out with love, light, frequency. A lot of people do that already. They are not consciously aware, nor have they been empowered or told that that's what they're doing. So I want you to know you're doing more consciously than what you are consciously aware of. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's not to be kept a secret to the masses. I really believe that that's a message that the masses deserve to know, that everyone deserves to know, that you're a walking, living human being and your emotions guide you. If it's overridden by the brain and thought forms and old habits and the other things, then the heart is not guiding fully. Then you're in competition. So the more that we have been told to shut one thing down to allow another thing to work, you can't get warm water if you shut off a cold tap. You got to have them both working. You got to bring everything in to work together. And yeah, it can feel like a befumbled mess. It can feel like you're off balance. And there's like anything that you learn or you remember or you try or you experience, there's a process. Even if you receive a message from spirit and you know within your heart and soul, whew, that's right, you still process it. Wow, I never knew that. That's why this and this and this. Ah, yeah, I get that now. That's a process. You're using this and this and this to get to there. So why is it that all the beautiful things that we are in the physical, in form, our mind, our sight, our 5 senses, 6 senses, 29 senses, whatever, energy centers. I'm a weird duck. I don't go with karma in this lifetime. I don't go with the chakra system, not even the 21, 38. I don't go with that. It goes against my grain. When I am communicating and working with another beautiful human being, I'm communicating with their energy systems wherever they are in their etheric body, wherever the energy systems are in their physical body, joints, fingers, elbows, wherever they are. And if there are energy frequencies and lines that I see are not free and flowy, then I direct in that direction. I don't call them chakras. Doesn't mean that chakras aren't right. Just means that I don't resonate with that information, and that's okay. And if you come to me or someone else and you don't resonate with that information, you have the right and the responsibility to say, I don't resonate with that. Now, if it's that you don't understand it or you don't comprehend it at the moment, be honest enough to say, I don't quite get that yet, but I'll take it and see what I think and feel and know about that. Because any information that you're receiving from another, especially a gifted person, if you're going to a gifted person to receive information, you're going with trust. Well, at least enough trust to get through the door, and some other people with a whole lot more trust. And you go in there because you're feeling guided, or you're being pushed in one way or another to go there. That meeting has been already set up. And it doesn't mean that that meeting was set up at, 412 19th Street West on this day. It just means that there was an alignment for you to receive information. And you know if it feels that way or not before you go. When you book the appointment, that didn't feel right. Or, oh, wow, I can't wait to go there. I'm so excited. If it didn't feel right, unbook yourself. Unbook yourself right away. If it felt really exciting, then yeah, go for it. The thing is, there is responsibility of those who come forward asking. And there is huge responsibilities for those who sit in front of another beautiful being offering. And that's what my show is about today. There's been a lot of clients that have come forward to me in the last, especially last year, 12, 15 months, who, in my experience, have really the show is not judging. The show is not about finger pointing. The show is not about, oh, Patricia, you're the best. No, it's not about this today, but it is about showing that accountability and responsibility need to be a part of any type of sharing. Accountability to the teachers teaching the children, accountability to any type of information that we receive. We hold those beings accountable for how they share, what they share. Now, there is a fine line because the client also has accountability. I've had a lot of clients come in front of me and they just tried to play the whole time. And I'm not there for that. I'm definitely not there for that. My integrity, my whole heart and soul is there to connect with this being and allow whatever is needed to be brought forward. I don't have to understand it. It doesn't have to be a connection to me in any way, shape, or form, because it's connected to what that person is needing at this time. And I usually connect in. I ask for permission to share. I connect into their soul, their holy groups, and ask that they work with mine. Not just directly with me, but work with my soul and my holy groups as well, please. That way I know that there will be integrity. It won't just be my deciphering my perception. I'm not there for that. I'm there to be a vessel to share information honestly, with integrity, and no judgment from my being. And that's exactly what I ask for when my clients sit down in front of me. May I share openly, honestly, with no judgment from my being, keeping Patricia opinion free and clear of what I share. So I'm going back to about the last 15 months, and what's transpired is a lot of clients have come forward. And these are a lot of clients that come forward with me are gifted. They're either very gifted and they've gone through a lot and they're exhausted like most of us can get. Or they're just needing that validation, that empowerment, or they received a new gift or a new teacher and they're just just wanting to speak with somebody else that can assist. And it's really sad what I've been faced with some of my clients, and I'm going to try and give examples. I'm not going to give names, but I am going to give some examples of what I'm talking about, where people who are in trauma go and visit and entrust an appointment with someone only to be given more trauma. No assistance on what they came for, but piled higher with trauma and grief. And the example that I give these clients when they come to me, because then I'm there and I cannot go forward with a session with them without giving them what they're actually sharing with me. They're sharing with me what they've gone through in the last week with somebody else. They don't usually mention names because I ask them not to. So I gave a reference to one of my clients recently to our little guy having a toboggan. And having that toboggan, he's not able to pull it right now. It's too heavy, it's complicated, it's stuck somewheres. And me going out and putting 4 or 5 more snowballs and pieces of ice on it. Well, am I helping him get that toboggan free? Because that's what he had going on for him in the first place. But now if I put a little snowball over here, it might make it heavy enough to pull that toboggan up this way, in this direction. Instead of taking a look at what his need was or what he actually wanted me to come out for, was help him free the toboggan, not put more weight on it. So there is a lot in the phrase, how may I assist? There's a lot of people over helping people because they want to help. And you know what? That's beautiful. It's absolutely divine. And everyone with a big heart wants to help everyone else. But we need to take a look at if we're doing more harm than help. It's our responsibility to do that. How may I assist? And if the client doesn't know, then I go to spirit. How may I assist this beautiful being sitting in front of me? Because you always pick up on a lot of information. You pick up on a lot of things. I mean, in my everyday life, I know things that are popping up around my husband, my child, and family, and other friends. But I don't have to go and say, oh, this and this and this to show them how good I am. I only need to address that which is their choice to have addressed, or that which their soul or my spiritual teachers push me to address. Now, if my spiritual teachers and my soul are pushing me to give a message, I don't just give it. I go to them and say, okay, there is this. Now, where's the solution? What can I or you offer to go with that statement? It's not just about me being world famous because I know. It's not about that. It's about divinely assisting another being, period, 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 period. There is no other punctuation there in my books, in my being. Now, am I the best person? No, I'm not. I'm a human being like everybody else. I make my mistakes. However, I choose to go in and work through anything that I might have brought forward. I take my responsibility. So when you have people going to, I'm not even going to label going to who, as in the category. When you have people searching for information and they're really searching to heal and they're really searching to let go, release, they're really searching to make a change in their life. They're really searching for understanding. They're really searching to remember who they truly are. They're really searching to be a part of the oneness. And they're told information like, oh, did you know you were molested when you were younger? What? Oh, okay, never mind. Moving on. Really? Hell no. Sorry, hell no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Am I saying withhold this information? No, not at all. But there is a discreet way to communicate with your client and to intuitively see if that is a memory that that client actually has or not. And is that information that will assist them at this time? Is that really only your call? Is it only my call? I don't believe so. I believe that I need to double check and double check and double check with that divine being's soul, spiritual teachers, my soul, and my spiritual teachers. And at most, guide them to take a look. Is there anything that you may be blocking that you're not aware of? Would you like to work on in that area with me? Or if I'm not capable or don't feel that I am the right person, I'm humble enough to give them somebody else's card who could work with that being with divine love, kindness, responsible, and respectful to their being. If they bring it up, I've been molested, I would definitely address releasing the trauma of any harmful experience that they remember that they wish to bring up in a consultation with me. Absolutely. And I will only take it as far as I can be helpful and pray for them and guide them in a direction where they can be helped in that area. If that's not part of what I am to do with that client, then it's not part of what I am to do with that client. Do I leave that client high and dry? No. I refer them. I pray for them. I let them know that I'm not to do that part of the work with them, but there is definitely other things that I can assist with while they speak with this person or that person. Won't leave them high and dry. But I won't fix things that I'm not supposed to fix. I'm not a fixer. And I won't lay extra information on a beautiful being that they're not even aware of while they're already coming asking for healing and releasing of what they are aware of. And yeah, fair enough. Most of us were very much aware that other traumas and other things that are coming forward in their life are coming forward to help break that memory open, possibly, and allow them to start that healing, because that deep-seated experience of trauma is affected every time they have something happen. Many of us know that. We know that. Intuitively, we know that. What is the need to shock our clients into believing that we know something they don't? To me, I don't feel that's what spiritual sharing is all about. Never has been, never will be. Not for this person. I'm not there to prove myself to my client. I'm there with my heart and soul to share what is needed only, what is guided by the client and the soul and the spirit and the spiritual teachers and all that is working with this being sitting in front of me. Sometimes there is so much of the universe that walks in with the client, and that client is not even consciously aware. And I use that as opposed to the word awake. Aware. It's a level of awareness, of consciousness for me. Not beautiful being may not have ever gone to see any spiritual being, never, ever, maybe the first time. And wow, the mass of information, the mass of beautiful beings walking in the door. You know, if you can't see spirit, listen to spirit, feel your own heart when you're sitting in front of a client. You have rights and responsibilities. And I really think that it's really time that some sort of accountability is being held. Because I don't think that there are people out there. I wish to think that there are not people out there intentionally meaning to harm. Some people are very excited to assist others because they have so much love in their heart. I'm not trying to put this in one box at all. I really am not. There are beautiful beings who do not have bad intent, that are doing things that needs to be clarified, held accountable. And clients, you have the right and the responsibility. If there's something that is shared with you, ask. In all my soul sessions, I give up to 2 weeks afterwards. Email me. Things may come up in a session that I'm not quite aware of, you're not quite aware of. Believe me, they won't be huge things like telling you that you've been molested or not. That's not what I'm talking about. Little energy frequencies, little aha moments, I'm a bit confused about when you said that. I invite and encourage my clients up to 14 days after a session with me, email me with any exciting news or any confusion news or anything that you are not happy with. Let's communicate. Let me know. Give me that feedback. Allow me that opportunity to work with you on that. I think we'll take a quick break. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, mostly you guessed it. I took a break so I could leak a little bit. When I get frustrated or angry, I cry. And when I really see people hurting for no reason, it really affects my being. I wanted to do this show, and I hope it goes across the way that I wanted it to, but that is your choice. And I don't cross your domain. You perceive it, you receive it the way you choose to. But the purpose for doing this show today, and for asking for more accountability for people who are sharing spirit or healings in any way. And it's only my knowing. But my knowing is important, and if it's important enough to share, it's important out there. Take a look. Are you tired? Take a look. Are you holding yourself accountable in sharing and assisting others? Are you helping or are you harming? Are you meaning to or are you not? You must have a friend, and I do. I have a couple of dear friends. I'm really, really blessed. And yeah, I'm going to mention them on air. One of them is Edna Ecker from Canadian Psychics. I've known her over 30 years, and she shares spirit beautifully. I've never heard her say a bad word about anyone. I have never heard her hold back. She's been very blunt. But she's also given enough information for that person to take a look at it without bombarding that person with what she knew, right? Even in sessions with me, right? I'd say, okay. When it was time to ask questions at the end, I'd say, okay, so you were alluding to, or I got this from what you said. And she said, well, if that's what I said, that's what I said. In other words, do your work, little one. And that's brought me great grief at times, to be quite honest. But my trust and my knowing of her, and that there are times when a client has to do their work, and feeding them everything is not helping them. I don't mean be evasive. I don't mean don't tell them the messages that are coming through that they are needy. But don't overdo it so that you feel that you have given that client what they need. It's about what the soul and the spirit and that client needs. It's not about my personality. It's not about, well, I know they're going to walk away. They're not going to be quite happy with what, of course, it's not about my happiness. It's not about any insecurity that anyone has. It's not about any ego that anyone has. It is about the client. It is about everyone sharing and treating each other with universal law, divine respect, and divine love. And if you can't do that, take a break. Take a break. Because I'm not sure what's coming, but I am praying. I am certainly praying for spiritual discernment, discipline, and for spiritual governance to be a part of everything in this world. Business, especially business, banking, communication, healing. We need to train the trainers and heal the healers. And that's part of what I'm going to be involved in. And I'm going to remember, receive, and grow as much as anyone in the group. I'm open to that. Let's try our very best to hold ourselves accountable. I prepare before each session. I clear and prepare after each session. I go into prayer based on what I was asked to give that client, then I let it go. But I allow that client to communicate with me again at no cost. There's no cost. By email. And if I feel the need is necessary, I'll jump on the video chat and give them my time. Why not? It's a follow-up. It's a gesture that I really do believe in you, the client. Empowering others to empower others will get us out of the mess we're in this world. And you know what, gifted people? Start getting together. Start allowing each other to assist each other. There's still so many straggler gifted beings off doing their own thing. They talk of oneness, but they won't gather. and assist and work with each other. I don't understand it. So, divine guidance and assistance is not a willy-nilly thing like any other position on this planet. It needs to have integrity back, accountability. And if you are a client coming to see me, hold me in that accountability, please. Please. Because I don't want to operate without holding myself accountable to universal law, the law of oneness, divine love, divine respect, divine wisdom, divine grace. Because whether you're conscious of your beautiful soul being or not, you're here. You're assisting all of us, whether you know it or not, by having your beauty here, now, at this most amazing time on this sacred planet. Thank you for being here. And thank you to everyone that has shared spirit, even though you have been pinned to the wall on so many levels in your life. Thank you for having the heart and the soul to continue sharing spirit. All I'm asking is please hold yourself accountable, because we're coming to a time that everyone is saying is a great awakening. Yes, we are. And we are the ones to show compassion, kindness, the way to many coming forward. So I was pushed to do this show today because it's coming. It's here. So we need to really, really take a look at our gifts, how we deliver it, take responsibility, hold ourselves accountable, and be honored to be the ones sharing spirit, soul, frequency, healing at this time. Because we were chosen and selected to do it. Now let's do it right. Let's do it together. Let's do it in oneness. Let's do it in love. And let's correct each other if we need to, in a kind way. I put that challenge out around the world. Yeah. I'm just me, Patricia McNair. I follow divine guidance to the best of my ability. And I promise you, I'll hold myself accountable. And I invite you to hold me accountable as well. And the whole universe and our loving creator. I put myself on notice to do what is needed to assist. How may I assist and not harm? What are you going to do? And clients, be empowered. Be empowered. There is no higher or lower. There's no higher and lower with your doctor if you're sick. There's no higher and lower to your government. There's no higher or lower to anything, and not to someone sharing spirit. If you walk in and you feel like you are lower than that person, walk out. Or stand in your power. And know that you are just as divine and worthy as Patricia McNair. What you bring forward, I don't. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I appreciate this show and being able to share. I do invite your comments and your feedback. You can reach me at divineguidance.earth. Connect at divineguidance.earth. And I'm interested in feedback. And I will respond. I've just set myself up on Unified, UNIFYD. feels very beautiful over there. Didn't know about it till recently. Went about, felt it out, and it feels good. It feels very refreshing and clear. It's a beautiful platform, unified.com. No, I don't get money for saying this. They don't even know I'm there, I don't think. I just joined. So look for my group over there, Divine Guidance Solutions. And we'll see you next time on Divine Guidance with Patricia. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to Divine Guidance with Patricia on transformationtalkradio.com with me, Patricia McNair. Tune in next time to explore more challenges that can help you achieve your whole being. I know we are all capable of truly being whole, and with a little empowerment, anyone can access an entire universe of knowing that is just waiting to be explored. For more information about me and my services, visit divineguidance.earth. That's divineguidance.earth. See you next time, where together we focus on SOULutions for the whole being.